What's the problem with saying an advanced civilization? What's the problem with saying a global civilization? I wonder if you could just say it in sort of summary form why you think there's such resistance to doing business with the information that you shared with us today.
Yeah, that's well said, Paul. We're at a point where it's a massive paradigm shift that's about to occur in our reality. What this information has been known by very, very many powerful people, elites, those who are in charge of this narrative for a very, very long time. We don't know how long. Could be hundreds of years, could be thousands of years. This has been carried down with this knowing, but there was obviously a decision made to hide this information. It was a combination of many, many different things that I believe is traced back into the emergence of the Holy Roman Empire from the Roman empires, where I think the majority of this was traced to, where it was an attempt to control history and the narrative in a way that it's never been before. And that has continued on to where we are now. And the reason for that is, as we talked about earlier in the show, this is not about just saying, look, there's an entire different timeline and epics of our civilization that have come and gone, and look, aren't they interesting because they built cool rocks. It's not about that. It's about the knowing that they left behind with the understanding that they had of our realm, of our reality, our earth, our existence here, our purpose in the universe. Like I find it rather interesting that so many of these questions that so many people think are unanswered are somewhat answered and rather explained by the ancients. If you know how to understand what they're trying to say, if you know how to look at the things they left behind, the ancient texts, the murals like we showed, just literally depicting, look guys, we're going to leave behind the keys to ascension and becoming gods of the universe if you want to.
Call from Sophia.
In these places. And the powers that be and the elites that are in charge of our world today, the darker parts of our humanity that's still here, they have held this back for a long time. They don't want this to exist, but it's coming out piece by piece, and the old narrative is crumbling. It is truly, like Graham Hancock says, history is built on a foundation of sand. And that foundation of sand is collapsing all around us. And a new narrative is emerging, a narrative that empowers us and takes us away from purely Darwinism into a place of realizing the divinity of us and our place within the universe and the stars, to bring us back home. And instead of only looking forward, we remember where we came from, so that when we do go forward, we can go forward and reach that next chapter of Aquarius and take those first steps into the golden age.